Welcome to Module 2, The Seducer's Energy. Now we'll move on to the more interesting exercises. Basically, we'll talk about sex. This section is where you'll learn about the sexual presence and sexual magnetism. You're going to start your development of the sexual magnetism that gives you a very big edge in seduction. It's amazing how many people study seduction, they want women to sleep with them, they want to have sex, and yet they barely feel any kind of sexuality themselves. In fact, very often they are afraid or ashamed of sexuality. This simply won't work. Keep this mantra in mind. If you want to have sex, you need to be sexual. It's as simple as that. In this section, you'll learn all about energy, sexuality, sexual magnetism, and most importantly, how to develop it. You'll pretty much learn how to feel it and accept it before you are able to use it. There's a stability that is required before you can contain this strong energy. This stability is gained as you allow yourself to feel it, as you connect to the energy instead of allowing it to roam free as do as it pleases. The most normal reaction to the sexual energy is expended via some sexual activity, or it will be sublimated into some other activity, often creative pursuits, but also often many diseases and negative reactions depend on that person. Also, a lot of people try to suppress the sexual energy in them out of guilt or fear, which also ends up creating resistance to the natural flow of life energy in them. Wouldn't it be better if you were connected to this sexual energy in a way that you can control it and know exactly what to do with it? Well, that's the whole point of this section, to become aware of your sexual energy, to understand it, to control it, and finally, to use it in a way that develops your sexual magnetism and creates a seducer's aura with the potential to attract anyone. By the end of this section, you'll be ready to use a technique that instantly increases your sexual magnetism and sexual presence anywhere that you are. It can be done in less than 5 seconds and immediately turn you into a sexual magnet. So watch carefully to all these set of videos. Those raised in this Christian culture of the West have been taught that there was something inherently degrading about sex and that they all came into this life through the sexual sin of our parents. This insidious idea has been around for so long, it has worked its way into our DNA for most of us in the Western world. It's important to understand that there is nothing to reject or suppress. It's a major leap in consciousness to accept the idea that sexuality is in fact normal and healthy. The more we understand and use this energy, the more healthy we become. During the remaining of this course, but especially this module, I'll talk heavily about sex, sexual activity, sexual organs, including activities and exercises for you to discover your sexuality, sexual energy, and actually connect to it. It's important that you overcome the feeling of embarrassment, guilt, or shame you might have had regarding this topic, and that it entails in order to develop this sexual magnetism. If you don't want to do it, then it won't be possible to develop this crucial part of our seduction system, that is the sexual magnetism. So make sure that you overcome this shame and embarrassment and do the exercises the better that you can. And remember, the more shame and embarrassment you might feel regarding this, the more time and effort you'll need to spend with these exercises. Make sure you remember this. So for now, just keep an open mind, free of shame about what you are watching and experiencing.